Hey YouTube, the reason why I'm doing this video is to tell you guys that we really need to start studying the Word of God, knowing the Word of God for what it is. The Word of God does not contradict itself, right? So when you sit up there and you say, God says, don't make no grave images amongst yourselves or unto yourselves, right? You're going to later on see some people biblically in the Bible that is doing exactly that. And they're being told to do that by something that's deceiving them, telling them it's God, or it's the people of God, or it's from God. The attacks that we're having right now, they're going to try to sit up there and cause conflict between you and God, but they're going to use the Holy Bible to do so. You're trying to learn the Holy Bible, you're trying to grow with the Holy Bible, you're trying to enlighten yourself with the Holy Bible. That's why we have to ask for guidance from God so much, because the devil is very deceitful, and he will sit up there and he will use the Holy Bible, and you will think that, oh, I'm following the laws of God, I'm following the laws of what God said, and you won't be. You're following the laws of man, because man's trying to deceive you out of your blessing. Man's trying to sit up there and make you one of the fallen. We're dealing with a time where they're taking the Word of God and they're twisting the Word of God to keep you into so many different things. They're telling you you're going to have slaves up under you. First of all, my God is a God of freedom, not a God that enslaves. We have people that work for us that we pay, but we don't have people that's enslaved to us. And they work for us because, they're trying to make an income. We don't have slaves. We have servants. We have people that work, or employees that work. We don't have slaves. But what they're trying to do, they're trying to tell you that you will have slaves. A slave works for free. A slave doesn't get anything in return other than the fact that he's a slave and he may get food, nourishment, and place to live or whatever. But other than that, they get nothing else. We have to be careful, because we're dealing with a society that's trying to use the necessities that we need to sit up there and basically enslave us for real and not give us anything. Yes, God knows what you have need of. He knows you need money. He knows you need clothes. He knows you need, and He's going to provide those things. But the enemy is sitting up there basically with a counter plan saying, okay, you're not going to get it. We have to be very, very careful, because our enemies are strong. They come with a whole group of just deceptive behaviors and things that lures you away from God. So you guys be careful. When you read that Word of God, God is not contradicting Himself. If God gave you a commandment and say, don't make no grave images unto yourself, and then later on you start seeing where they're saying, hey, make this image and this will leave you alone, and look up to this. You don't look up to nothing but God. So you have to be very careful with that. We don't look up to those images. We know about the signs. We know about the symbols. We must learn what they mean. We must learn who is connected to this type of stuff. We must learn about Molech. We must learn about all these different things and what's connected to them and what groups are connected to them, so that we're not deceived. But at the same time, that's not what we look up to. That's not what we are involved in. That's not what we are partakers in. We're just studying it to show ourselves approved, but that's not what we believe in. That's not what we partake in, and that's not what we look up to, and that's not something that we're implementing. We're implementing the Word of God constantly, and we have to understand these people have kept us in a dumbfounded state for so long, and their plan is to keep us dumbfounded. You can have a person telling you the truth all day and can't even receive it because we're so dumbfounded, because that's how they're trying to keep us. And it's not your fault. And I'm telling you now, it's not your fault. It's just the fact that sin has overwhelmed so much that sometimes I really do think sometimes the dumbfounded state is what's actually protecting us, some of us, to a degree. But we have to be careful, because these people lie. These people do a lot of dirt. We have to really be careful and hold to the Word of God. There's a lot going on in this season. Stay prayed up, stay blessed. May these words encourage you. Have a good one.